Good afternoon, everybody. This is our mic check. If you can see, if you can hear, if the audio is working, please give us a thumbs up so we can see that you can hear us. And we will start promptly at 3 o'clock.
Good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good day. Run this thing down again. I'm sorry. Beautiful day outside. A little bit chilly, a little bit windy, but it's still a pretty day. Pollen's kind of gone, but have a few announcements here that before I go into our actually report on the virus. At this time, Georgia Power. They actually reported to me just a little while ago they still have 1,074 people out of power. They hope to have most of those people on tonight, like they had said, by midnight, but there's some of them going to go on into tomorrow because they said it was a lot more poles broken than they thought, and it's just quite a bit more than they thought when they actually evaluated it the other day. So there'll be a few people that'll be without till tomorrow. And had some people call about cable. Well, cable goes with power because the cable lines are hooked to the poles. So some of the cable will be out probably till tomorrow, the next day even, and that's also some of you have the internet with them. The elections. Luana came in a little while ago and talked to us on some of the actual forms that were sent, the request for your ballots. A lot of them are being sent back. Because number one, the signatures, that they do not match what she has on file, and she's found out some of that is because some people, their wife or their husband, whatever, sign for them. They said, okay, I'll take care of this, and they just signed their name. Well, that don't work because they've got to verify that signature is exactly the same as the signature on your voter's card or that they have, on file. So that's a big deal. Another thing too, a lot of them being sent back because of the physical address. If you've got a P.O. box, that's what needs to be on it, and not a physical address. And so there's a ton of them that's been sent back because of that. So, but needless to say, that if that happens to you, you still can come. There's balance, but there's actually requests for balance outside of her office here. You can get those 7 days a week. Really, they're in a little plastic thing there on the wall, and you can pick those things up, fill them out, take them, fill them out, and you can get them back to her. Monday through Saturday, through Friday, and then you start the process that way. So you can still, or you can, there's going to be a real election. You don't have to vote by the absentee ballot if you don't want to. The election will happen. Of course, they've moved it up into the first part of June, and so you can vote either way, however you feel the safest as far as voting. Also. Carla Dyer, I don't know, a lot of you know Carla. She was involved with our 4-H for years. Her husband was Ted Dyer, and she's also was involved in our ambulance service for many years. But if you're cleaning your debris up or your yards and you find distressed animals, whether it be squirrel or whatever, maybe a baby deer or anything pertaining to wildlife, she's certified through the DNR through Georgia. As a wildlife rehab place. So, just call her, and she can, if you can't get it to her, she'll come pick it up. Any type of wildlife. It doesn't matter what kind of Georgia wildlife. Her number is 423-605-1035. That's 423-605-1035. And we'll also have that posted on the website. And that's something I hadn't even thought about, but I'm sure that there's a lot of things that a lot of different animals that may be trapped or whatever, or that was caught in this storm, and so be sure to call her if you see that. Pertaining to Cloudland Canyon, the governor did not address anything pertaining to that yesterday, and so the sheriff and myself, a couple of his chief deputies, and the major, we met this morning with Robin, our attorney, and also we've got Jeff Mullis. He's setting up a meeting hopefully tomorrow at the earliest, and with representatives from DNR, and we want to explain to them what we're going to do, pertaining to this as far as, and Robin's is advising us on what we can do as far as actually turning away shelter-in-place states away, and we plan on doing this starting Friday unless something else changes, and we'll just see. But we want to do everything right with the law. We want the sheriff, he's all up for it. He's on ready to go, and but we want to be sure that everything we do is right by the book, and we don't have any challenges on it as far as any kind of lawsuits or anything. And so all we're doing is, we feel we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing for Dade County. We just don't need to take a chance of the sheltered states or some of the hotspot states, transporting, coming in and bringing this virus into our county. Not only, I said, into the park, but the people, also will be out into our grocery stores and places that we actually go ourselves to take care of everyday life, that we have to have. So we're going to do what's right, for Dade County. And just, I mentioned common sense yesterday. That's just a common sense thing. We try to use common sense, and we want the people to use common sense. And and that's all there is to it. It'd be the same thing if we reversed it and we were coming into their community. But a lot of people don't look at it that way. So anyway, but we'll address you tomorrow. We'll actually keep you up on that, what's going on with that. But we're gonna, the sheriff and the commission, myself, we're on the same page, and we're just gonna do what's right for us. Okay, let's see. The elections, Georgia Power, cover that. Cloudland Canyon. Kerry wanted to mention today also, this week, it's National Dispatcher Appreciation Week, and that's for our 911 people and 911. And can't think of a more appropriate week, really, the way everything's hit. We've got a lot of things going on this week to say thank you to these people. And if you see them out on the street or in the store, don't pat them on the back. Stay 6 foot away, but do tell them that you do appreciate them, because that's people you don't think about till you pick that phone up and call 911 and you've got an emergency. So also keep them in your prayers, because that is a very hard job. It really can get to you. Mentally, doing what they do. It takes a special person to actually, because if you just think about it, 99% of the calls when they pick that phone up, it's someone on the other end in distress, and after a while, could really get to you. Let's see. Okay, I'll go back. I'll go into our report. We do have another case in Dade County. We have 3 confirmed now. One of them, of course, is deceased, but we have 2 that's confirmed. This particular one, we actually knew about it in a more of a indirect way. This has been Friday, I think it was, that Alex had found out that it was positive, but we couldn't. We really can't until we officially are contacted by the health department's report. We can't really, say this actually like I'm telling you right now. But what really, it goes back to when I was really aggravated the other day. That shows you that from Friday until yesterday or last night at 7 o'clock, that took several days before it actually came back to us where we could actually report this to you. And that, according to Senator Mullis this morning, he's working on that. Yesterday it was a bad day but he assured us last week that he would get on the ball there and get in touch with our health officials in Atlanta and with the governor's office. And he assured us a little while ago that's being handled to where we, not just Dade County, but all counties that I've talked to are really upset about this because they're kind of left in the dark, about this until days later. And we're not asking for names. We're just asking for, that particular, yes, we do have a case and where that case in the county's at. And these 3 cases here are all on Lookout Mountain. They're located real close to the same little area. So, that's as far as, like I said, we're not asking for names to, put in the families on the spot or anything. That's not what it's for. In fact, if you do have it, if you do test positive, it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to be proud of either, but it's not something that anyone should look down on you. It's just like having the flu, except this is, 100 times worse. And so anyway, we'll let you know how that turns out too. But we have, each county has one contact that supposed to be contacted, which in our case would be Alex, because he's over all our MS services and all. And Walker has one. All counties have that one person, that key person. And the reason being is not only the location of it, but to notify them in case we transported them, our people, in the ambulance. That's to let those people know and to get back with them that they have possibly been, around the person there or been, that would have the virus. And so it's only the right thing to do. But hopefully that'll change as of today or tomorrow. And but right now we do have 3 confirmed in Dade County. It's one up from yesterday. Walker County, they picked up 1 also. They went from 6 to 7. Catoosa County, they went from 13 to 14. They actually had 1 more. In Chattooga County, they did say the same. They have 7. Whitfield County, they went from 26 to 29. Floyd County, 111 to 119. In Bartow County, they went from 215 to 224. And there's still 442 unknown in unknown counties. And that number seems to be dropping, that's a good thing. It just shows that they're identifying the actual place of the residence of these people that have tested positive throughout the whole state. Statewide, we have 501 deaths. That's up from 462 yesterday. In our local counties in Tennessee, we had in Hamilton County, they went from 107 to 109. That's up to Marion County went from 25 to 26. They also touch us there on the upper side. Grundy County, they stayed the same. Sequatchie did go up 1. They had been the same for several days, but they went up 1 to 3. They have 3 now. Midge County has 3. Bradley County has 32. They went up from 31 to 32. And total state deaths are 109, and that's up from 101 yesterday. Alabama, Jackson County, which is one of our bordering counties, they're the same. They're still at 27. DeKalb County went up from 27 to 28. Total deaths in Alabama was 105. They went up from 96. So all in all, we went up, but looking at how we were going, like a week or so ago, things are really, hopefully they're leveling off, like we said yesterday. So just keep us in your prayers, keep Georgia and well, all the United States in your prayers. But hopefully that we're getting up close to that curve. Let me see if there's anything else I really want to bring out to you. Okay. Is he on the, oh, quiet over there, Sam. We have Alex, as always. He tries to be here. If he's not here, he's got a good excuse. And yesterday he had a good excuse, and I'm sure he's going to go into that with you, this Alex case.
Good afternoon. Sorry I was late. I've been on the phone with GEMA and FEMA, and we're just really working hard to get this stuff together from our storms. That's really taking a lot of my time right now. And our guys, we were here yesterday from about 2:30 on. National Weather Service was up on site. Actually, it's the first time I got to go out during the whole event. We started at the Alabama line in Michaels Road and worked our way all the way east to Lookout Mountain, and they have confirmed that it was an EF1 tornado with winds up to 100 miles an hour. And off that main line of storms, we had a lot of wind downbursts, could have been up to 100 miles an hour as well, different things. So our biggest thing now is we've done our windshield surveys with a couple of the teams out, the EMA teams in the field. We have 102 homes that were affected from the storm. 14 of those homes has got some type of major damage, and 4 to 5 of those homes, or 3 to 5 of those homes, we may have some very major structural damage that we'll have to see about. We're currently inputting all that in our system to upload to GEMA. GEMA is trying to get individual assistance for anyone that is uninsured, because we do have that's what we're trying to identify right now. We got to go back and physically start going and ask these folks in the area. So it's a lot of stuff we've got to do quickly. We have also put in a resource request. The governor did give us a 10-day state of emergency for Dade, Walker, Catoosa, Chattooga, Murray. There's some other counties. I think Union County had some of the major counties that's damaged. The state is probably not going to reach a threshold of damage for public assistance, which means the county roads, the right-of-ways, and time. So the state is open their resources to us. So we've asked for a chainsaw strike team, 6 dump trucks, and 2 wheel loaders with grapple buckets to help city and county public works. GDOT is currently working on their roads up 136, where we also assisted them. So we're going to try to have that team stay here, and that's what the governor has allowed these counties to utilize state resources at no cost to the county. So we got with Public Works Director Billy Massengale and Ted, and we made that request. I've been finishing that up now, and Georgia Forestry is going to send us 1 chainsaw strike team that will be here tomorrow. They're going to go around and start cutting up smaller sections of everything that's in our road right-of-ways. So that is our biggest thing. There's still a lot of power outage. I believe this morning at 9:02, or 8 o'clock or so, we still had around 800 customers out. I'm sure that has changed tremendously now. They're working with a contract crew in to do that. So again, one of the things in doing this, we've stressed to all the teams to please watch their distance, again, along with the COVID requirements, and they're working as diligent in what people we did see out yesterday. We were out nearly 4.5, 5 hours with the National Weather Service by tracking this. So again, our thoughts and prayers are with those families that did have damage, and we did have 3 injuries of this related to the storm. So we are thinking of them as well. So I think we have some questions about the storm.
We do have some questions about the storm, and the first one is, do I need to report my minor damage to GEMA?
And if they're not insured, not to GEMA, they can give it to us. But if they'd like to give it to us, they can give us a call. If you're insured, call your insurance company.
And what number do they need to call?
They just give us a call here at 706-657-4111.
Okay. Another question said, did the county come look for that type of damage, or did we have to report it somewhere? Do we need to report it somewhere?
To their residents, I guess. If they're, minor damage, we looked in the path and we worked off the partials in the path. So again, give us a call. We'll see if we've got it. If not, we'll add it to our list.
Okay. And the last one was, do you know the path of the tornado?
That's what we worked on yesterday. We start at the Alabama line. We'll have a graphic of that soon once the Weather Service finishes, but it started in DeKalb County, past Michaels Road, past what we call, used to be the Big Sandy Golf Course. It come into DeKalb County. It was very high, and then it hit in the valley of Michaels Road, we call it, at the end of the hill, all the way from there to Brown's Tire, to down in Middleton Estate, part of what we call Valley View Estates, all down in parts of Back Valley, parts of Daniels Road, Air Castle Drive, Trenton Golf Course. It come over and got the area in Edgewood, a section of Edgewood and Walnut Street, Dade County High School, from Scenic Sunset Drive by the Page residence there with a big, large field. The Dade County Water and Sewer Authority got hit. It blew some things in that section of Piney, Gulch Road, Tony Road, Jackson Street, and all of Canyon Park Estates. And then it turned up the mountain from there. And then on top of the mountain around the Ascalon Road of Lookout of Scenic Highway in the area, we had some damage too. And we think that's the one that went on over from the line they showed us. Is probably the same path that hit Catoosa County and Hamilton County, Eastgate, and all that stuff up through there.
Okay. If someone was renting a trailer that was destroyed or renting a home that was destroyed, will GEMA help them?
Right now, that's what we're working on. It's called IA. It's individual assistance. That's what we need, this information. If their homeowner, the owner of that rental, needs to contact us for the damage, and if it's a renter, we'll take that information, or if they need help getting placement, we can get a contact with Red Cross to see if they need some assistance. Red Cross is also assisting anybody that's displaced.
Okay, and then the last question we have, what else can we do to help out the crews, fire departments, et cetera, who are working to clean up from the tornado?
A lot of the volunteers, families, friends, and volunteers are helping them. We have not had any organization come in and we're not organizing any of that. A lot of that is faith-based right now, churches. I would get with any of those, and if you know someone, but right now all we're organizing is our county and city road crews out working. A lot of it's just our Georgians taking care of Georgians, or Dade Countyans taking care of Dade Countyans right now.
That's it.
All right. That's all we have. I have right now, and so we appreciate it. Again, please give us a call if you want to make sure you are reported for that. That'll help with the individual assistance, and just give us a call at 657-4111. That's our non-emergency number into Dade 911, and they'll get you pushed over to us that's working on that. Thank you.
We also have with us today William Back. He's our director of our Industrial Development Authority. William has some things he wants to share with us, and let's come on up, William.
I want everyone to know that our Economic Development Office, which is part of the Industrial Authority here in Dade County, is here to help anyone who is in business regarding this situation with the virus. Whether you're in the industrial park or not, whether you're a large company or even a single person company, I want you to know that we are working through this maze of overlapping regulations and laws that apply to all businesses regarding the virus. And I have some information from various agencies, and rather than presenting that now, I'm going to provide right now my telephone number and my web address, so that if you have questions that affect your business and how you may be eligible for some benefit under the new laws, I want you to get in touch with me. My name again, William Back, and my email address is wback, it's WB as in boy, A-C-K, wback at dadecounty-ga.gov. So whatever you've heard rumors, you've heard reports, you may be eligible for one benefit or another, you're more than welcome to call, and we'll provide any information that we have that will help your business. Thank you.
What's your telephone number?
Yes, thank you, Carrie. Carrie reminded me, I should give a telephone number. That's area code 423-667-3889. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Will. Good job. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock and try to give you any other things that we've got. Just think, it seemed like there was something else. Oh, yeah, someone mentioned about what you can do and how you can actually help our emergency providers and all that. And Alex answered that very well. But I had it's from the smallest to the largest. I mean, because I had a lady out on the mountain, Miss Conkle. She brought 2 cases of water a while ago, and that's much appreciated. I want to tell her we really appreciate that, and I've already distributed that out, and we appreciate that so much. But anything that you, I tell you what really helps is if you see them out working or whatever, just let them know that you appreciate them. Because a lot of times we get a lot of negative, but positive always outweighs the bad. But and this time, it's good just to tell somebody. You ain't got to pat them on the back anymore because that is, I guess, against the law to do that now or shake their hand. But it really makes people appreciate you just acknowledge them and tell them that the job they're doing is appreciated. I know I do. I mean, it's really through these times. It's a stressful time for all emergency people. Alex, myself, the sheriff's department, everyone. And it's stressful on all of you people. But you're not alone. So we're here. 24/7s. My number, I know you get tired of hearing this, is 423-667-8999. It's easy to find. It's on the, so don't sit there worrying about an answer to a question. You pick your phone up and call me, and I'll do what I can do to get that answer for you immediately. Carrie, is there anything else? Any questions or anything? You got anything at all to add that maybe we've forgotten?
No questions. I think we get it all.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock and or sooner if anything develops, and we appreciate everyone working with us, and we'll see you later. Thank you.